probably should have thought of this before. My phone.
Just like rough. No.
Here, move back out.
I'll start now.
Okay.
Sure.
Same. Okay. So I guess once again, hey guys, I'm Oliver. I'm your Holy Ghost for Line 16.1, and sadly only be so for a few more minutes. So I've never been one for preparing very far in advance, and in fact it's very emblematic in this speech. And I finished this about 10 minutes before I'm speaking right now. So I'll just tell you a little story. It was 5 a.m. I'd fallen asleep during my sleepover. I claimed I'd pack and write my speech during. So that didn't happen. But I woke up, went to my room, saw a brick of sugar. I thought, shit, I forgot to make Kool-Aid with my haul for the sleepover. I guess there's always next time. Then it hit me. There is no next time. There's no 17.1 for me. There are no more dances, no more rave circles, no more American pies. After this, I'm finished. Aged out. So close to the end, I started to think of where it began. In 2013, I first came to Session 2 of CTY Saratoga. My parents wanted me to do some academic camp or something during the summer. I mean, who goes to academic camps? Obviously us. But I was excited because I was learning how to code, and that was great, and I was learning things. The next year, 14.1, I came to Lancaster. Not because of the tradition or the people, but funnily enough for a class, data systems and algorithms. And the rest is history. It's so strange to think of myself, 3 years younger, first coming to CTY. During my first Passionfruit, I remember thinking to myself, one day I'll be up there, but not for a long, long time. But now that time has come. All this stuff has been pretty sad and mopey, but that is not all what we should be focused on. We should celebrate the happy moments. Lots of great things have happened to me because of CTY. I had my first kiss, shout out to Michelle. I met one of my closest friends, Gracie, here. And most importantly, every year, I've gotten to meet and hang out with a group of amazing people. Honestly, CTY has meant a lot to me, and knowing I'm going to be passing down my position to a next great Holy Ghost comforts me. She's kind and participates in all the tradition. She's very emotional. Whenever she cries, it's really, really, really sad. I remember getting this position last year from Megan, and honestly, time flies really fast. I'm sad to part with this girl, but I know its next holder will do a wonderful job. So Blythe, you're the next Holy Ghost. Wow, it feels like really weird. I have like a free hand now. So I remember last year, all the no mores were saying that they're ready to leave. And I didn't really get them at that point. I was like, how could you be ever ready to leave this place? But I kind of get them now. I'll be sad to go. I have a very, very high probability of crying. But honestly, I am ready. I'll be sad, but it's my time to go. I'll miss each and every one of you. I like you. I love you. I CTY you. I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit. Don't touch.
Make better decisions.
Okay. What are good decisions?
We didn't raise it this way.
Okay. Lily.
Okay. So, hi guys, I'm Lily, and I was your 16.1 son. So first things first, I have to pass down this grail. I've had it for a year, and it kind of sat on my nightstand for most of it. But nevertheless, I'm still oddly emotionally attached to it. So giving it away is kind of a struggle, but like low-key. But I think that the person that I've chosen is someone that I can entrust it to. She's sweet, bubbly, and kind, and overall a beautiful person. Your 17.1 son is Mia Hudson. You want to try to do the thing? Let's do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yay! I'll give you the Sharpies in a minute. Oh, frick, I'll pick it up in a minute. Okay. So now that's done, I feel empty inside. I have to give a national speech. I'll do that. A few years ago at a sleepover, a friend of mine told me about this spirit camp that they went to and recommended that I take the SAT and go next year. And I decided, okay, sure, and ended up signing up for Lancaster Session 1 at CTY. All thanks to that one friend, Ariel. Friendly neighborhood Jack Frost. Quite honestly, CTY was the beginning of a new part of my life. So being a no more is really weird because that part of my life is now coming to an end. I still remember watching those cool 14.1 no mores with cool no more things. And now I'm one of them. And I spent this whole session wondering where everyone is gone, why everyone is so small, why don't I know anyone, why do I feel so old? And I think the honest answer to these questions is that I am old. F&M isn't my home anymore. The Quad and Hartman and Stager, while important, aren't what tie me to this place. It's the people. My friends here have made CTY my home. And if you want my advice, it's the friends that matter to me. It's the little moments that you flash back to, like slow dancing to the end of the world with the now forevermore. Or like running down a hallway 5 times in a row on moving day, or like 20, because you left your suitcase out somewhere and lost a bunch of things and whatever. Or moving all of your furniture with your RA, because some stuff happened. Hi, Deb. But it's the small and beautiful happenings. Treasure the moments, treasure the summer days, treasure the people, because it's CTY where you find who you belong with. It's CTY where you find the people who make you feel at home. So some final advice, don't worry about the imperfections. So some drama happened, and so maybe it wasn't totally perfect into your expectations. And that's okay, because it was still beautiful in its own strange, mismatched CTY way. Look around you. This is your family. This is my family. And I never want to forget it. I won't forget these moments, these people, these memories, these emotions that are running through my head. I have 2 final quotes that I really want to finish off my speech with. One, I saw this like a few years ago, I think, and I wrote it down as a quote, and it's been my favorite quote for a while. Like wildflowers, you must allow yourself to grow in all the places people thought you never would. Grow and let yourself expand out, do things, be you. And 2, some people care too much. I think it's called love. I care too much, and that's what makes it hurt so much to say this. I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the passion fruit.
Whoa!
I also low-key hate SKL.
What is hating SKL?
You jumped too photo.
Lily.
Oh, right, there we go. All right.
I wanted to start off by passing this down. I'll be holding this grill all session. Use me to hold my lipstick and in it. And I'm not going to be attached to it. But
Louder.
Okay. But I think that the person I picked to pass it down to is someone who really represents the ideas of a father. They're wise, they're eloquent, they care about others and making sure that CTY is the safe space it is, and that is something that I think is really important about CTY. So I'm really proud to announce that next year's father is going to be Terry McClelland. Okay. And now the speech, which I wrote in the dark last night, so let's see if it's readable. All right. So I started CTY the summer after 3rd grade when I went to J Camp CTY in LA. And after that I did 2 years of CTY at Mount Holyoke, which is baby CTY. And it's basically a prison compared to this. You are not allowed to go anywhere without an RA at baby CTY. For me, it started off as a really interesting and nerdy way to spend my summer. But when I came here in 13.1, because I wanted to take HDIS, I realized that it's so amazing, and I came back every single year because I was in love with CTY. I found something I had never felt before, and it was this awesome mix of insane traditions, friendly people, and campus-wide acceptance. These aren't the only things that I think make CTY special, and I don't think it's possible for me to quite put a finger on what does make it special, but those are the 3 things that have really resonated with me. Insane traditions are probably the most difficult to let go of and the most difficult to find outside of CTY, but traditions don't have to be loud chants or hitting yourself in the head with books and weirding out the dining staff. It can be little things you do with your friends or family that matter to you. And as for the friendly people at CTY, I've met so many awesome people, and they've made me a more outgoing person. And I intend to keep all the amazing friends I've made, especially my awesome No More squad, Blake, who was the best roommate and who I love very much, and Seb and Katie, who really brought me out of my shell last year. And I've made so many friends, and I'll continue to make new ones with the skills that I have learned at CTY. And the last thing that I'm going to remember and take away is campus-wide acceptance. CTY has been a really important place to explore my identity, and I'm sure many others, and a great place for me to embrace being goofy and crazy all the time. And I've learned to accept others for who they are and try to surround myself with people who are tolerant and caring. And I'm a much better person for my time at CTY. I'm so thankful for my years here, even though I feel ready to leave. And I encourage all of you to embrace what you love about CTY and try to make it a big part of your life. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY and I love the passion fruit. It's stronger than I remembered. Just a quick PSA, please don't drink out of this weird puffy bottle. That makes me nervous. Thank you.
Also, you're allowed to use the shot glasses if you want to.
Also, you can come up and take food.
Oh, guys, by the way, silence your phones if you haven't already.
Silence.
Not if your alarm's safe. Too much shit.
Shoot,
Shoot. Boo. You've got 3.5 minutes. Go.
Hey friends, welcome to the end. Stop and warm up. Turn to a person you think is cool, whether you know them or not, and give them a wink. Now, no joke. If they wink back, get their number. If you don't know them, give them a hug after. And if you do know them, give them thanks. Thank your friends for relieving your tension, for telling you life lessons about how to act, giving back, pension, setting you on track for post-CTY depression. Thus, I have a question. What did you learn from your CTY session? My first year all the way back in Chestertown, I still hear the sounds of the ball bouncing on the ground. Four square, of course, the game without compare. It was my start of my life there. My emancipation from the everyday strife of society. That first session taught me how to have fun with sobriety. Gave me a taste of CTY in entirety and started my ERS championship notoriety. I won the ERS tournament my very first time. It became a competition, sublime, a final mission to be the best, to put my skills to the test. And I would never rest because I got my love for winning, for pinning my achievements in my head, making myself better read, like I said. Better than anyone before, being the best out of 4. So I challenged myself to be better than myself. Not just to pass the class, but to have the class to pass into the higher ranks of the first session. Thanks. Second year started a precedent. Memory stays with me and time doesn't lessen it. I started double sessions. Sky streaks, same slick, so slow. Time ticked. One session at Moravian, that laid in Haven, and then Chestertown. Holy ground, I found the same friends, feel, same people to share with. The academic experience, don't judge people from appearance. Challenging mind to think. Succinct to a link that was bigger than yourself. Part of a community, I could finally see me. I saw something large that spanned worlds and years. Charged my tears from memory from up here, the rear, brain. I knew I would never be the same. Then I got here at Land 12.1, the year I started having all of the fun. Session shot off like a gun, I still run. 100 miles per hour, propelled by the power, looking up at the tower, I see me, a little squirrel entering a big world, looking up at the sky, it took me for a swirl. Enter the girl, Claire Smythe. Thank you for giving me confidence. You took me from confidence to confidence, from populace to providence, and by consequence in my mind. Went from scrawny to brawny, and I dawned he had his first kiss, 9th session. Still remember this. Something I'm never going to miss because I have it in here, and that was just my first year. New emotion called love floating here in the air. I had feelings I didn't even know how to bear. American Pie had a meaning I couldn't compare. After dancing shenanigans, the experience is rare. The alcove was a thing, not just a place over there. Duncan Quimbo, my first friend, please take care. And philosophy class taught me all about Voltaire. All I've left to utter is a simple prayer. Please don't let me forget. That's 13.1, get ready, set, go, from Louis Brown to Caleb Shapiro. When I was with them, time seemed to slow. Matt Preston, Christoph Dean, they remind me of times and things that have been and faces that I've seen and dreams that I've dreamed. Flashbacks to days past still hit me right up the ass. I hear laughter from AI and Rocky and the Hall and the Market and Blammo and the Quad. It all went by so fast. Success was insanity because I discovered humanity, philosophy, and memory, and Leo the RA. And I met Matisse. She still slays every day. And she's the best today. Okay. Blammo finals, I got that. Watermelon, I caught that. Toy spinning, I start that. The hype, I dropped that. The transition, I love that. CTY became more than a place. I officially entered the race. In 2014, I knew there's nothing to lose. Set my alarm early, but never hit that snooze. If you track down my past, you can still find the clues of my ascension. I choose to be a legend. People think I'm kidding. That's just a ruse. My current runs so high, I knew I blew the fuse. One question just kept coming back. Why do I just keep coming back from Robbie? That session I got the suspender, so I knew I had to come back to be a defender of CTY tradition, the lender of love and a sender of peace. And don't forget the beast, John Wolfe himself. All we did was feast. Got my first taste of drama, taught boy the first time, pet squirrels like llamas. And the session was just fine. Then 1521. Get ready to dine. We're roasting today, telling you about a friend I had at the time. They stole all my things but never owned up to the crime. They knew all my secrets, but those secrets were mine. They spread all these rumors, kept crossing the line. It's over, bro. Please don't start to pine. I learned CTY isn't perfect. It's a place that's drama like hell. And that every year, the whole illusion itself fell. Who were my real friends? It was impossible to tell. My friends from Chestertown all left me as well. Nothing is left for them here except for their smell on my clothes. This year, I met people and things I never knew existed. I lived neither in the past or the future, or so I insisted. I really was just a camper. I really resisted. I've always been on the track. Now I'm finally off the rail. My session went off when I got it in the mail. It made my session, made me smile without fail. So thank you, New Jester. Annie Vale's not the New Jester, but a really good friend of mine who delivered me the glitter. Thank you. Now, for Foursquare, I need someone to carry out the tradition. I'm sure Rainin will be here to carry out the mission.
Raymond Chang.
Woo! Yeah, sit down.
Then you gotta wrap it up.
Up next is Rap
30
God,
more
brand new
seconds, we're gonna
position. Their job is hyping shit up deep in their soul, which takes a lot of time, so they can only get one roll. Casey, wait, come here to accept only this noodle. That's all. Psych, you're the jester too. Take it all. I've given you lots of thanks for a great run, FNM. Keep swimming, CTY. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I like CTY and I love the passion.
Hi guys, I'm Ariel. I don't think I can be that, but it's really weird to be up here knowing that CTY, my time CTY is almost over. CTY is a big part of like all of our lives. It's especially a big part for me because my parents met at CTY. Lots of my family members have been to CTY. They were students, instructors, everything. Without CTY, I literally would not exist. So there's that. So coming to CTY wasn't really like a big decision like it was for some of you. It was just like I grew up with the fact that I was gonna go to CTY when I was gonna come to CTY for 3 weeks when I was 13. That was just like constant life fact. So 2008, baby CTY in Maryland with Kristen and Kira. It was lit. Math problem solving. The rest is history. This is our 8th session together. Okay, so fast forward to 2013, and I came to Lancaster for the first time. Obviously, I decided to stay here for 4 years. But I've spent a lot of time here, and as I've heard almost every year say, starting with 2013, that they're ready to leave and move on. And I had no idea how they could be ready to leave. But now I do, so that's kind of weird. But I'll always be tied to CTY whether or not I'm here. So an important thing to remember is never let one thing take over your life. Remember that there are fun things outside of CTY. You can have a great year even if you're not CTY. And the same applies at CTY. Don't let tradition take over everything. The most important thing you get at CTY obviously isn't the course material, but it's not like the canon songs either. It's friends and stuff like that. So talk to people, yay. Okay. Also, do stupid shit. Make SKL mac and cheese. Camp out on the quad. Not all the time, but occasionally it's good to do stuff just because you can, and because you're a teenager who doesn't know any better. Okay, so I was your Jack Flash this session. That basically means I was in charge of organizing and teaching raving and spinning poi. This, like Flamo Gods, is one of the really high-stress positions. But like any position, Jack Flash does not mean I'm the only person or the best person to rave or teach other people. All of the one mores, two mores, squirrels, anybody, look up to the position holders, but also look up to all of the no mores. Having a position doesn't make you better than anybody else. That being said, Jack Flash is a job that has to be done. I know the person I'm picking will do a fantastic job next year. They're, of course, good at raving, but also they're really kind, patient, and funny. Your Jack Flash of 17.1, Emily Haas. So there's also a... there's also a tradition where Jack Flash passes down a hat, which is a different hat every year. So...
I'm sorry, I'm very anxious.
Okay, now you can spin anything with me. So, just want to give a quick shout out to Masha, my squirrel mom, Strawberry Squad, Glib, Spencer, Aiden, Ryan, Katrina, Nico, Matisse, Viv, and the Sweet Peas, wherever you are. Thank you so much to all of you. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY and I love the passion fruit.
Kristen, you're Kristen offers.
Oh no.
Take it off, Kristen.
Not yet. Okay, there we go.
Okay, we'll just not count this as your time.
Got it. Wait, yep, got it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just AIDS.
Same.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Kristen Donegan, and this has been my 9th and very final year at CTY. So for a pretty big majority of my life, for 3 weeks every summer, I've decided to go to a nerd camp to learn things. Crazy, right? Well, when I was a small little 8-year-old, all CTY was a place to take fun classes and make friends who, at a time, I never really thought I would see again. But as I got older, but was still at CTY, so like around 2011, 2012, the friendships I made became more substantial. Even though I met Ariel in 2008, we didn't really become close friends until 2011, 2012. And in 2012, also met Jurgenu.
Talk louder.
Okay, sorry. I'm sick. Okay, so when it was time to make the jump to actual CTY here in Lancaster in 2013, I heard great things about Lancaster from a certain second session named Rosemary Winnell. So I decided to choose it as my site. And that was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. CTY's Lancaster Session 1 has become my home away from home. Even though it's only 3 weeks every summer, my best friends here are just as close as my best friends at school. I've become my best self when I'm here. Before Lancaster, I was often that annoying know-it-all who thought they were better than everyone else because they were the smart in their class. And coming here really grounded me and made me realize that I'm definitely not the smartest. And people have many different strengths. I've become a nicer person here. more considerate of other people, and overall, just a better person. CTY has especially helped my confidence blossom and grow, so that I become one of my defining traits and something that I'm most proud of. And speaking of confidence, I was very lucky to get the position of stripper for this session. Being the stripper has helped me inspire others to be as confident as I am, which has been a great goal in my final year of CTY. There's someone else who I also think has grown to a super confident person here and would do a great job taking on the role of stripper next year. She's always dancing around at quad time and meeting new people. So the 2017 stripper is going to be Jordan Ginsburg. I love you, CTYU. I love CTY and I love the Passionfruit.
Whoa!
Friendly reminder, Kristen is sick.
Don't drink too much milk.
Well, oh yeah, also all three of us, the Trinity.
Yeah,
sick,
the
so.
Trinity's all sick.
We
We're all
understand
sick.
the bottle.
Everybody's sick.
What up?
We should set aside volleys for non.
Okay,
We just want to announce the winner first.
2016 Blamo is officially over. Put your spoons down.
Thank God.
The winner was Brick.
Brick.
Where are you?
Brick.
With a whopping 14 kills.
Brick's not here.
And then we had a semi-close second, Asher, with 9 kills, which is an amazing feat as well. So
Now to pass on this fun job.
it's actually not that bad,
Yeah.
y'all.
So we tried to pick people who are chill, who wouldn't stress out about it too much.
I mean, yeah, this position, it's hard sometimes, but you just kind of have to go through it and do stuff.
So
It's fun.
the person who I picked is a little bit like a Blamo spoon, because I will never let go, Jack. I will never let go.
Alright. So the person I picked, we'll do this. Wait, Jack, stay up here. Alright, so the person I picked, I didn't really meet them that early in the session, but when I did, I realized they were a really chill person, and I realized they do a great job. So I'd like to ask Sienna to come up here. Now we have this fun little tradition of showering you guys with spoons.
Stay together.
Oh yeah.
Get closer.
Wait up, fam.
Experience the spoon.
Yes.
There's so many of
Eat a
them.
spoon.
Guys, low-key, like, hurry up a little bit.
Alright, let's go. It's
Alright, Victoria, you're up.
So, my name is Victoria Provost. I also had the shot glasses this year. Don't throw away your shot, Carrie McClellan, wherever you are. There we go. I'm still not really sure how I went from the small little girl who would watch movies during dances to the slightly taller girl who would scream the callbacks at the top of her lungs, but it happens along the way. In a few years, no one will remember me. People might remember some sort of legacy, but they won't remember the person who I was. People and traditions come and go, but CTY continues. CTY is going to carry on long after I leave, but that's up to all of you. Forevermores can advise you and send care packages and write letters, but ultimately, you choose whether or not to continue what we've started. We pass CTY on to you. It's more important than any other thing we could pass down. Take care of it. Most of my friends have progressively no-mored out over the last 3 years, and the majority of my remaining friends are leaving with me. I'm heading into my senior year with no idea what I'm doing with the rest of my life, which is terrifying, but I know that I will have your support and love, and that means everything to me. There have been days when the only thing that got me out of bed was the knowledge that there was Kristen, Kira, Lily, Ariel, Sophia, Drew, Oliver, David, Spencer, Meg, and a myriad of other people who believed that I could keep going, and you all gave that to me. You gave me the confidence to say that I am smart and beautiful and talented, and to not feel like I am being arrogant when I say those things because I know they are true. You gave me a home when I didn't know I needed one. I'm so grateful for that. And for all the people I found here who became my family. I don't know where we're all going to be 10 years from now, but I believe it's going to be fantastic. If I've learned anything, it's that time and distance will inevitably take more than you're willing to give up, but they can be conquered if you try. I will always hold this in my heart. I love squirrels. I love lazy weekend mornings. I love waltzing to 4/4 songs. I love doing the farm work again. I love being crushed in the center of Mr. Brightside. I love being a part of the generation lost in space. I like you. I love you. I CTY you. I love CTY. And I love the passion fruit.
Alright, y'all. So hey guys, how are you guys? My name is Drew, or Drew Ganuik, Canute, Jean-Louis, or whatever the hell you want to call me. I'd first like to say that this speech and day has been on my mind for every year I've been here. And now that it's actually here, I'd like to say it's been an amazing ride with you guys. So, but now it's to officially start the speech, I'd like to say a simple statement that I think applies to a lot of us. CTY changed me. And this is, for me personally, it was a good change. And I'm assuming for all of us who have been changed by CTY, it is also a good change. Now, why did I say this phrase? I feel like even though it's such a simple phrase, it really picks up all the magic, or a lot of the magic that CTY has. So, CTY is a place where people can make new friends, fall in love, and then just have plain fun, which all three of those can be very influential on people. So, change is difficult in most forms, right? But when you're closest bonds that, I've ever seen. I remember after my first 2 years going home, and people would ask me questions like, oh, how was it? Did you make any new friends? And I'm like, yes. These friends are friends that are better than some of the friends I've had for my entire life. And it was just amazing. So, I love each and every person here and that I've met in a special way. And I may have only had a passing conversation with you, or I may talk with you for hours on end, but I still love you guys. Because everyone here is fantastic in their own way. I mean, there is so much to say in such a short time about CTY, but can you imagine, I had a hard time writing this speech and thinking about what to write. So, because we do so much, have so much fun, it's impossible to put it into words and actual coherent thought. So I mean, now to fill up some time, I have a couple brief thank yous. Victoria, one of my closest friends this session and my Blammo partner in crime. You're an amazing person, and I don't know what I'm going to do without you and all of our spoon jokes. Let's keep those going. To Justin, wherever you are, there you are. You're probably one of the best friends I have from CTY. You're always there to talk and tell your weird jokes. I'll miss our random late night jam sessions. Keep in touch, bro. To Oliver, the best roommate I could ask for this year. I'm so glad that we became close friends this year. And I can still remember us saying last year on the final quad time of 15.1 that 16.1 was going to be lit. So, yeah, don't be shy and spam me with some memes sometime. To Smalls, you're the best person ever, and I'm so glad we found each other this year. There's so many other people who I know deserve. Oh, I'm almost done. Who I know deserve a thank you in this speech, but there's a time limit. So before I go, I'll say this: you guys are amazing. This place is amazing. Don't take it for granted. So stay awesome and weird, you nerds. I like you. I love you. I CTY you. I love CTY, and I love the passion. Brandon. Yeah.
Brandon and then Rayo.
Oh.
Speak up, Brandon.
My bad. Oh wait, shoot. I'm Brandon. I was this year's friend, and this is my 3rd year at CTY. All of them were at Lancaster, and this was easily my best year. So, thank all of you guys, I guess, pretty much. But if I didn't get to talk to you this year, I'm really sorry. You should come find me, and you can. I don't know, but there's like always kind of like a bit of beef at CTY over position. It's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. CTY is the last place where like holding a cup or wearing suspenders or wearing a stupid hat for 3 weeks should matter. Like, I wore rainbow suspenders for 3 weeks, and it basically means nothing. Like it just like kind of brought out a different side of me. You know what I mean? And, like, being a friend for 3 weeks straight and being lucky enough to meet everyone that I did is deadass like incredible. And,
Deadass.
you know, I thought about who I want to give them to, but Michael Percio is the only person I could think of. Yeah, he literally didn't know that the rainbow suspenders were a position until 3 days ago. But he was like my friend before he even knew it was a position. You know what I mean? So like, that's how you know it's genuine. You know? So, positions never define the person, but the person should define the position. Look at Dan Fu. He's like sort of funny, not really, but he didn't become the dude he is because he got Jester. He got Jester because of the dude he was. And CTY has always been a place where everyone can feel welcomed and a part of something like bigger, because it is something bigger. And it should definitely stay that way. Traditions are obviously important, but we need to make sure that they're not taken away from CTY as a whole. Some of my best memories are easily at CTY, and I have no one to thank but all of you guys. I love you, I like you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the best.
Why?
And it's gonna shut down again.
Okay. Kira.
Pause it.
CTY for 9 years now. As you can see from these lanyards, which is pretty cool, I think. Alright, so it's so weird that this is the last day I get in a part of my life for 9 entire years. It's like a whole part of my life is ending now, but I'm actually okay with that. It's like something I've noticed, Passionfruit seems to be kind of like an endless cycle of no more saying they're ready to leave, everyone else thinking, how could they say that? And then next year those same people say, I'm ready to leave. So yeah, I came to this session honestly with kind of low expectations, but CTY, you have easily exceeded them. I honestly expected to be kind of excluded since almost every single one of my friends had a position, and I didn't. So I guess at some point I got these squid hats. Oh, I forgot my squid hat.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, here, squid hat.
Which one?
Okay, so I got these cool squid hats at some point, but basically the point of this speech and why I feel like I'm ready to leave CTY is that CTY is more than its traditions. CTY is the people you meet, the fun you have with them, the way you are changed as a person, and then believe it or not, some of it may actually be the things you learn in class. Or in the case of number theory, the things you don't learn in class.
Number theory. Whoa, what's that?
Seriously, CTY is the friends you make. And I think the reason why I'm okay with leaving is because I know we'll all see each other again someday. Whether it's because we literally live in the same house, we live like 10 minutes away, or even if you live super far away but we're Facebook friends or something. I'm not losing any of you today. I came to 13.1 here with maybe like 3 pre-existing friends, and I'm leaving now with dozens of people that I've grown to love, which I think is pretty awesome. Alright, so real quick, I have these squid hats that I bought on Amazon during the first week because a few years ago somebody decided to give some squid hats to site director Debbie who never came back. So the squid hats disappeared, and no one knows what happened to them. So now I have these 3 squid hats, and I will be giving them to Eileen Cameron. Here you go. Or take 2 of them.
wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for making these past 9 years of my life amazing. I like you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Something
I
fell
love
out.
CTY. I love the passion fruit.
If you haven't heard the story of the cloak, which I'm going to assume you haven't, I'll briefly recap it. There was this guy who wore the cloak every single day at CTY in 100-degree weather. Am I dragging the spoon? Beady the cloak. Even in 100-degree weather. And his name was Brian. Everyone called him Vlad for reasons no one has adequately explained to me. So at Passion Fruit, he made a speech about how it really meant a lot to him how CTY had accepted him even though he was pretty weird, and handed it down to John I. Poland. So the real use of the cloak is mostly just to wear it or give it to whoever is Satan at the dances during American Pie. But I think the really important part of this is that there was this guy who was really eccentric and really weird, and at CTY people just kind of rolled with it. And I mean, I just want the cloak to serve as a reminder that CTY is a really, open, accepting place. And you guys, you're the ones who make it like that, so don't let that change, please. And the thing with the cloak is, objectively, it's kind of weird because it's way too long for basically anyone to wear it without dragging half the ground behind them. It's grown to tear at the edges, and I've been keeping it together with hand sewing and prayers. And no matter how many times you try to wash it, or spray it with air freshener or perfume or whatever, it has this weird smell that persists. Which leads me to believe the only way you could ever really clean it is to burn it in the fire itself. So it's kind of cozy though, so that's good, and you look great in it. So I decided to pass the cloak on to a person I think will really appreciate the meaning and the benefits of the cloak, and not mind the weirdness, weird smell. In the time that I've known her, I've been impressed by her seemingly endless enthusiasm, and I think she'll be an excellent person to wear the cloak, and most importantly, I think she'll look majestic in it. So, with some sadness and a fair amount of relief, I'll be handing the cloak down to Claire Baxter. Also, handing this down is a sewing kit, you'll need it. Alright, one other thing to do before I have my speech. The No More class found this painting somewhere. We don't know. Don't question it. We're going to give it to the administrators because we want someone to really appreciate its beauty. I'm an administrator. Just let it get stolen. That would be a shame. So, I'm going to 2 sessions, which means I'm not really saying goodbye to CTY yet. But I am saying goodbye to a lot of really amazing people who have helped me through a lot. So I'm going to very, very quickly try and run through some thank yous, even though I can't begin to thank everyone. So thank you to all the Forevermores who left before my time but helped me grow as a person. Thank you to Emily for our midnight insomnia hangouts. Thank you to Claire for being wonderfully weird enough to give me the cloak. Thank you to Mia for being the best daughter anyone could have. Thank you to the No Mores and Nevermores of 16.1. Thank you to Sweet Peas. Thank you to VOA for being the best letter theory class around. Thank you to Viv for being my RA and friend for my last year. Finally, thank you to Strawberry Squad for being gorgeous, kind, radiant people. I like you, I love you, I love CTY, and I love the passion fruit. Wow, this is real.
Anjali and then Andrew.
Zao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anjali.
Anjali.
Hey, Victoria, I broke my spoon. Can I have a new one?
Okay, just let go.
Okay. I cannot walk around with this. I also need my notebook because I don't know all my words, even though I wrote it like 4 weeks ago.
Do you need someone to hold the notebook?
Okay. I'm just gonna sit in the middle. So, sorry if you can't hear me. So, by the way, this is a song I wrote about CTY. Just gonna establish that. Nervous eyes about all these
happy smiles, 'cause everyone knows each other. How do they all know each other? And I just flew like 1,000 miles to get here. And will I have to understand this all to fit in? But when tomorrow comes, we'll all be gone, but we'll always remember these same songs. 'Cause it's running through our blood, it's built in our bones. We'll always remember that we'll never be alone. I'm standing on the edge, I'm not gonna fall, 'cause I know by now that I've got it all. We always will. Look at how much I'm learning now. Finding myself in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. And I'll never get old, 'cause there's only one place we can go, where strange songs and dances we'll always know. Dancing tonight, swimming real slow. When tomorrow comes, I'll be gone, but we'll always remember these same songs. It's running through our blood, it's built in our bones. We'll always remember that we'll never be alone. Standing on the edge, I'm not gonna fall. I know by now that I've got it all. We always will, forever. And I never thought I'd fall in love so fast. The places new and feelings last. And maybe at home will never be the same, but here we know we'll never be alone. We'll never be alone. 'Cause it's running through our blood. It's running through our blood, it's built in our bones. We'll always remember that we'll never be alone. Standing on the edge, I'm not gonna fall. We know by now that we've got it all. We always will, and we always will. We always will, forever. I love you. I CTY you. I love CTY and I love the
What did Andrew do?
Then Diane.
What?
So hello nerds, I'm Andrew So, better known as that tall kid with the bow ties. It's been a pretty fun 4 years of CTY for me, and it's a pretty interesting tale. So I entered the world of CTY in 2013's first session. I was amazingly squirrely squirrel. I never participated in dances, never went to quad time, never went to an after dance, and I slept through all of Passionfruit. Yeah, I'm disappointed in 2013 myself. But I also did meet some pretty cool people in my hauling class. Luckily, one of those people would become one of my best friends and pretty large influence on C2Y, Connor Shelton.
Same.
Woo! I credit him for why I am the way I am today, for breaking the social shell of an awkward, prepubescent me. So fast forwarding to 2014, I plan to continue being a first sessioner. But a family trip to China meant that I had to abandon most of what I already knew and go to second session. I feared I would never understand what was going on or the people there. Luckily, Connor and some others helped guide me to 14-2, and I met some really amazing people. I met Rosemary, John Isaac Bolin, Young Hager. I experienced my first dances, first after dance, and my friends literally pushed me into the alcove. I got involved, and it was amazing. I loved it so much, in fact, that I continued to stay at Session 2 for 2015. Unfortunately for me, many of my former friends had no moored or never moored out. Most of them. I knew almost nobody. However, with a newfound personal confidence instilled by former C2Yers and friends, I quickly and easily found myself with a whole new circle of amazing and wonderful friends. Usually by asking them if they knew Connor. Shout out to Carrie McClellan. So, up comes 2016. I go, okay, final year. I'm gonna stick to second session. Until my family trip to China came around again. This time a month later. I couldn't go back to Session 2. Now, if you knew me from before session, you'll know that I was incredibly doubtful of the session. I felt what I felt during 2014. I would know no one. No one would know me. But I was reassured from friends, experience, and Facebook that despite being a whole new set of people, it will continue to remain the good old CTY community that I know and love. So the question must be asked, do I actually like it here? Well, simply put, yeah, this was a great session. Yeah, I groaned and moaned about it, but I would have never met any of you if I never came here. And that's really important. Just know that all of you here make an impact at CTY. You all make what makes the CTY community so great. I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit.
Whoa!
Diana and Julia.
Diane! Woo! Wish Noah.
I'll win a cookie.
Anyways, a little bit about me for those of you that don't really know me that well. I'm no more out this year, for third year at CTY. My lucky numbers are. This has definitely been the craziest year for me in so many different ways. I cannot express how grateful I am for spending these 2 years at Lancaster, home of the Kibo guy who made eye contact with me after I screamed anal during lunch, and the quad which I've fallen onto multiple times. Shout out to my comp sci girls last year who helped me discover I didn't have a cerebellum. This place has truly become home, even with the asbestos warning in our common room, and having Sherman thrown inside my shower while I was there. These purple inflatable aliens. I'm so very lucky to have met everyone here, besides the women. Quoting what Mary said to me, Annette Veiled Lieberman, quote, "You low-key ruined my sentence," unquote. But anyways, the memories I've made here are gonna last. My haul this year was the wackiest thing ever. Shout out to my sloth, my Chingua Boo, the 12-year-old I severely messed up in 3 weeks, and Louie. She was normal the first day. I don't know what happened after. For example, my squad has been there to make easy math with me, to watch me use a whole Tide Pod on one bra, to laugh over raccoons and magic watches and how some people don't know nothing. You don't say not enough and present. They also convince my people the only things I do are shady, but it's excellent. But enough of the inside jokes, because you're probably thinking, what the? CTY is such a weird place in the best way. It's such a weird place in the best way. It's 3 weeks filled with craziness, impulsiveness, sweatiness, Rayo, and most importantly, spending lots of time with some dope-ass friends. Now, going back to Savage. Bruh, it may not be legit, but it still exists, and it'll be passed down because that's what Savage does. So although last year this position was like weird, I'm about to redefine it. Savage isn't just about being savage. It's about being crazy, encouraging courage, and learning to stand up for yourself. And I want this to continue not just for myself, but Trinity and my friends. So I'm passing it down to Andrew Budge, one of the coolest people I know. Got a cookie.
Oh my god.
He looks like Javen.
This is Javen's.
Okay, so this is my final message. This is my final message. Talk a lot, dance a lot, scream a lot, love a lot. Embrace the time you have here because it's precious. Take every single opportunity you're given. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY and I love the passion. Yeah, sure.
I love you.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too, Diane. Bring the box.
I love you.
Oh.
No, it's Julia and then Noah.
Alright, so Julia. Julia, yeah.
I got the gay one. Where'd it go?
The gay one. The best one. Julia. Yeah, Julia. I love you.
Where's Noah?
Where's Julia? This one.
Oh. This was such an incredible experience. And I want to thank all of you for making this place this is. It's so special. I hope that you can continue this with everyone. Just please make sure this continues to be the incredible, accepting, kind, welcoming place it is where I'm able to find myself and friends and family. So I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit.
Noah, that's cold.
Noah.
Hey, I'm Noah. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. The first time I came to CTY was 14.1.
coming to Lancaster was basically just like pure chance. Like I chose it because it's a class, and it happened to be at Lancaster, and that was like amazing actually, because I met a ton of really awesome, wonderful people here, and a lot of them have no more out, but a lot of them are still here, and I just like everyone else, I feel like kind of ready to go, but I think that CTY has been an incredible influence on me for the better, and I honestly don't know if I'd be here without CTY. I like you, I love you, I CTY you, and I love the Passionfruit.
And then Lydia. Yes, Paul.
Woo! Hi, I'm Olivia, but most of you call me Smalls. First things first, I've got this hat. You see, it's a pretty cool hat, I've been told. I'm very jealous of this hat because it gets to stay at CTY and I don't. But it's going to someone I trust a lot and who I think will embody the spirit of what I want it to be. I'd like it to be a symbol of togetherness and the experiences and sense of community that we all share here. During my time at this camp, it always got stolen and it would move around from person to person, and then it would always make it back to me. I thought that it was really beautiful, and I'd like it to continue. So without further delay, I'd like to present this Rad Galaxy hat to Izzy Mullins. I've been writing this speech since the moment I stepped into the ASFC on opening day of 14.1, my squirrel year. Every experience I've had since then has molded me into the person I am today, who is far from perfect, may I add. After all, perfection is predictable and boring, and CTY is anything but that. So much happens here in such a short span of time that it's gone before we realize it. And we're left behind, and we're left staring through a car window, looking at all the people we left behind, wondering, where did the time go? It's easy to look back with regret and to conceive of all the things I might have done had I used my time better, but that would be pointless, because mistakes are what make us human. After all, what brought me to Lancaster was mostly mistake and chance. Leaving is going to be frustrating, but I'm ready. It's sad and all, but it's inevitable. I need to stop pretending and start living. As for most of my life, I was always pretending that I was somewhere else, to make the experience or the situation more bearable or exciting or safe. Well, when I was at CTY, I didn't need to pretend anymore. I could just be and experience things as they happened and try desperately to take it all in. That's how I want to live my life now. I'm going to live every moment and make the best of what I've been given, because I realize now that I have it pretty good. Shout out to Wench Squad. Woo! For giving me courage. Thank you for giving me my name. You are the best and the brightest. The love I have for each and every one of you is a little bit different, but it is the most real love I have ever experienced. My time here is temporary. My love and all of your love is infinite. So I encourage each and every one of you to go forth into the world with love and courage. The smallest things can sometimes make the biggest differences. I should know. One more thing for nostalgia's sake. Too hot!
Hot yams!
Too hot!
Hot yams!
Too hot!
Hot yams!
I like you. I love you. I CTY you. I love CTY and I love the Passionfruit.
Lydia, then Isabella.
Hey, Lydia.
Lydia, where you at?
Lydia.
Lydia. Oh, there you go.
Cool.
Hey guys. I'm Lydia. If you guys haven't met me,
This is my 6th year at CTY. Is original, so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has made CTY such a wonderful place to look forward to returning to. I don't feel old enough to be
up here, I don't feel any different than I did the past few years. But thank you all for making such a wonderful community where everyone can be weird and openly themselves. Without, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but thank you all so much. I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit.
Isabella, then Gwen.
Be right back.
So I'm Isabella. This is my 6th year at CTY. I did 2 in Chestertown and 3 CTY, 1 in Carlisle and 3 in Lancaster. CTY has just become part of who I am. CTY is a place where I meet amazing, smart people who think differently than I do. It's where I'm not afraid to join traditions that don't make any sense. It's where I learn how to walk up to people and introduce myself to them. It's where when I describe it, people say, yeah, that kind of sounds like a cult, and I say, yeah, it kind of does. And it's a place I'm really sad to leave. But no one gets to experience something without reaching its end, eventually. So, I know what year was the most intense out of all the years I've had. Okay, I got the actual one. Can I stop filming it? I love you all, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate all that everyone here has done for me. So, whether you came here to learn in a class you signed up for, not me, kind of, shout out to number theory, people, to leave home for a few days, or to spend time with some of your favorite people in the whole world, whatever you hope to find here, I hope you found it and more. And if you're coming back, I want to tell you that CTY is an amazing place. CTY is about acceptance. It means to have the power and the privilege to make what you want, and the power and the privilege to keep it that way for next year's CTYers. And then I didn't really know how to end it. I wrote that I wasn't sure that what I wanted to do is stay, but honestly, I trust CTY with all of you to keep it the amazing place that it is, and to keep it going for the next year. So I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the passion.
Hey Gwen, on your way back, grab Noah donut. Stop asking me for food. I love you.
Hi, I'm Gwen, and I have agonized about this speech for days, no, months, or years now. I wrote this at 2:22 in the morning, actually. I can't guarantee that any of this will make sense, but there are a couple things that I know do make sense, and that can't be, shaken from my fundamental beliefs despite taking full of mind, and won't ever change. One of those is how much CTY helps to shape our futures, beliefs, desires, and mindsets in such a positive way. Meeting so many new, incredibly intelligent, incredibly different people who each add parts to my life every day we're together has made me feel so much more put together than I was before. Seeing relationships blossom and die, has taught me lessons about who I am, who I want to be, and just how I want to be seen by the world. I know I've heard from a lot of you, mostly nevermores, not so much no mores, about how you don't know what you'll do without CTY, how you can't imagine not coming back next year, and so on. But I like to look at it in a bit more of an optimistic light. I'm grateful for every last second of CTY, the good and the bad, for preparing me like no other camp or summer school could for the reality we have to face when we leave. I don't know if I speak for the rest of you, but when I go home, I do it with the strength of my dozens of friends behind me, the confidence in leading chants and being in Rocky, the belief in myself gathered from all those who believed in me, and the knowledge that there are people who exist in that harsh reality, dealing with it alongside me, who will love and accept me for who I am, unconditionally. In this way, I don't see today as an end, but as the foundation to a brighter future for us all. I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love you.
Megan and then Katie Trojak.
Go Megan! Megan!
I owe you my
Hi
life.
everyone, I'm Megan. This is my 4th year CTY, but second at I am going to do the second session, so this is not a goodbye to CTY, but a farewell to CTY. Coming to Lancaster Session 1 was one of the best decisions I've ever made, and one of the only decisions I've made about CTY in general. Last year, which was my first year here, I was introduced to the alcove, and that's how I got involved, and I really came to love Lancaster and CTY. That is where I learned the definition of family. Throwing it back to my first visit of FPL, my first trip to Surfing Town, my first trip to the farmer's market, my first TV, and my first visit, among other things. Returning home this year, which was my last first session, was almost unreal, and I didn't even know what was happening until it started. Starting out with a game of silent football. Shout out to Mr. Dick and Mr. Tater. That was the best game ever. To being in Viv's Hall, Sweet Peas. 12 philosophers of mind and 5 number theologians. Walking up to riding in the elevator and stagger up and down, even when that one instructor didn't let us. Waiting in Kivo lines and dining hall lines that didn't seem to end. To playing Blammo and getting my first Blammo kill ever, Druganu.
Still a little bit salty.
Being Queen in American Pie with Andrew. And many other things that I can't ever shout out go out to the alcove, all 5 of my CTY halls, all 5 of my CTY classes, and all 5 CTY roomies. And also to everybody at CTY. Thank you for sharing the love with me and making sure that I was loved when I needed it. I'd also like to thank Lily Jondoshansky for Facebook messaging me even when time zones exist, because without you, I could not have survived this year. And that is basically all I have to say, because I wrote a speech and I deleted it and it can't come back anymore. So, Mergen out. I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the passion.
Katie, then Andrew.
Okay, I'm doing this on no sleep last night and half a gallon of SKL in the past 8 hours, so we'll see how this goes. So my name is Catherine Trojak, but a lot of you guys might know me as Sweetie, Kate, or as I was affectionately nicknamed last year, Kate. Like a lot of people, I almost didn't come to CTY. Luckily, my registration happened so fast that I didn't really have time to say anything except, oh boy. That was the summer before I went back to public school in 10th grade after being homeschooled, and CTY was the best thing for me. I had never really felt like I belonged anywhere, and CTY changed that. I've never felt anywhere more at home than I have here. The acceptance, nerdiness, overall enthusiasm, and so many other things make this the best place on earth. Last year, my squirrel year, was a chance for me to find myself, figure out who I was without being defined by any situation or previous assumptions. I don't feel like I've changed myself that much, but I definitely like my CTY self more than the person I used to simply person I met them. Then I went back to public school, and I won't say that I lost myself because it wasn't actually that bad, but I will say that I lost some of who I was and who I had become at CTY. This session was about finding that girl again. I had a lot of hard moments this session. Quick apology to my dorm, Lydia, a lot of other people who had to put up with me. But I hope that I can say that I found that girl again. I found the CTY Kate, the best version of myself. Now I just have to hold on to her. I would quote Wicked and say, who can say if I've been changed for the better, but that's not true. I have been changed for the better by CTY. You have all changed for the better. CTY has helped me so much in an infinite number of ways. It's become my home, the place that I belong most. And that's probably why I've been crying so much, because it'll never be this way again. I'm leaving my home. So hold on to CTY, everyone. Go sit with the Alcovians, even though they might seem a little scary. Learn to rave, dance to every canon song, smile at everyone you can. Hopefully in the next undefined amount of time, I'll be able to look back at CTY with smiles instead of tears of wishing I could come back. So I keep telling people to draw upon the memories we made here to become stronger with happiness, because we were given the gift of this time. I try to get ahead that way I don't use it all my time. People keep saying that they feel ready to leave, and I guess I understand that, but I still wish that I could come back. When I leave today, I'll be leaving behind a part of myself, but a part of my soul in a whisper. That's okay, because I kind of want it to be that way. Because I hope that when a new camper comes, whether in a few days, next year, or in 10 years, they'll hear my whisper saying, welcome to camp, welcome to CTY Lancaster, welcome to your home. Just as previous whispers said to me my first day of CTY. Keep in touch, guys. We'll hold this bond forever. I don't want to say the words, but I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I like CTY, I love the Passionfruit.
Hello, everybody. I am Andrew. Woo! This is my technically 5th year, if you consider baby CTY. If not, this is my 4th year. 1 year at Lafayette, 3 years at Lancaster. CTY was not by random chance for me. It was actually because of my brother, who some of you may know as Sasha, mostly Lily. Who told me this year that he was one of the sons, which I kind of felt salty about because I didn't get son. Whatever. Life goes on. And...
Sorry, bro.
It's okay. Life happens. And CTY has changed me. For the better, of course. I've learned to not give up at all in anything that has been tough. And last year when I was driving home, I just remember hearing 3 more weeks of just American Pie. 3 more weeks of losing games. By the way, you all just lost the game.
Lost the
game. 3 more weeks of hearing of meeting people and clenching onto their spoons for dear life. 3 more weeks of being here at Hartman. And while it is sad to say goodbye, I kind of accepted this when I went to the one more exam. I knew this day would come, but I didn't expect it to come so bad. And yesterday when I saw you on the verge of tears and crying, I felt bad that I couldn't tell. I felt terrible that I couldn't share the pain that everybody else had. But I kind of do now. While I'm not showing it, deep down inside, I really don't want to leave, but I've accepted this. Life goes on. Really quick before I leave, shout out to a couple people. In 14.2, one of the dances was a murder mystery, and I was like, oh, sweet! I love murder mysteries. My first class was forensics, and that's where I met Andrew Z. With the amount of Phoenix Wright jokes that we've made, take that. Also, shout-outs to Jack, Josh, and Einer for showing me that I'm not the best at Smash Melee. but whatever, I'll deal with it. And also shout outs to Megan for giving me a position in one of the dances at least. And I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit.
Noah, then Jonah.
Hey guys, we're gonna run a quick breakfast shuttle. If anybody needs to go to breakfast, I'm going now.
Hey, my name is Noah.
Guys, stay quiet!
Wait, yeah, please. You want to just like wait like 2 seconds for them to all leave?
And the tour family.
I'll have to go. Minor diagnosis, like 10-ish. We have almost the exact amount of time.
Alex is leaving.
You have anything yet?
Yeah, I did. No, it's okay. I don't want to leave, but like.
I'm bored right now, so bear with me. As my third and final year at CTY Lancaster comes to a close, I'm forced to ask the inevitable question. Did I spend my 9 weeks the best I could? Did I do everything I wanted to do? Did I do everything I might have wanted to do? If only I was a little braver, a little wiser, a little more daring. Of course, the answer is no. It always is. So I don't believe my time at CTY was worth it. In my opinion, as long as I can fondly remember the memories I made, the things I did do, the people I did befriend, then it has all been worth it. Anyone who knows me will tell you I'm not much for sentiment. I don't take pictures or keep souvenirs. What's the point in reminiscing, I say? Even good memories are bittersweet, so one should live in the present. There's no doubt that my memories of CTY will be good. The happier the memories are, the sadder it is that they're necessarily relegated to the past, never to be heard. Like it or not, though, I will never be able to forget this place. Somehow, the summer camp at which I spent 3 weeks out of the year has become intrinsic to my character. As responsible for who I am as my school or home, if not more so. Indeed, I felt more at home at CTY than anywhere else, simply as I believe many do feel. As much as I joke about CTY being a place for nerds and weirdos, I wonder what that says about me. Never before have I seen such a warm, accepting, intelligent community, and frankly, it's unlikely I will again. Now, as I say farewell to this place I love so dearly, I'd like to speak to you all personally. To those of you who still have some years left in you, keep the spirit of CTY alive. Keep on being the wonderful, caring, talented people you are. My fellow no-mores and never-mores, I wish you luck in your future endeavors, like you really want to. I know from personal experience that wherever the future takes you will be fantastic. And to everyone here, and those who are no longer here, thank you for making my CTY experience what it was, and for making me who I am. Even if, years from now, I may forget you, I know that you've made a profound impact on my life that cannot be understated or equivocated. And I can only hope that I've had the same effect on you. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY, and I love you.
Jonah, then Richard Kim.
I'm Jonah. I'm a 2-year tragedy, and I did not write a speech because I fell asleep at a sleepover where I didn't intend to fall asleep. So, I've known about CTY since like 4th grade when my older cousin came home from his memoir year and said that CTY was the best experience of his life. And I was like, cool, you learn things. And I took the test, and I was interested, and I asked to go, but for a variety of reasons, I wasn't able to until 15.1, which was my squirrel year, and it was, if I had told myself in the car on the way to CTY one first time that instead of thinking, yay, I'm going to nerd camp, I'm going to learn things and write stories, that I was going to go to nerd camp and I was going to learn to dance to American Pie. And then the last time I danced to American Pie, I was going to start crying, and I was going to cry throughout the entire after dance and continue to cry, and then be surrounded by a group of people, some of whom were my friends and some of whom were complete strangers, and I was going to be like completely comfortable, just sobbing uncontrollably. I don't know what I would have said. I wouldn't have believed myself. But on this first day, CTY, I started meeting people that made up the amazing group of CTYers that made that able to happen for me. And that's what I really took away from CTY. I didn't learn that much. My stories were pretty bad. And I didn't expect to become so attached to CTY in 3 weeks. I thought I was just going to learn stuff that I could take out with me in the world. And instead I learned these amazing traditions that I can't take with me. And CTY was so starkly different from every other experience I had in a really good way that I remember everything that happened throughout the year between 15.1 and 16.1. And all those memories, I would start feeling nostalgic and I would just channel it into looking forward to 16.1. So I didn't know what I was going to do with the memories from 16.1 once I was not going to be able to come back as a CTYer. But now I know I'm going to take my CTY self, the CTY self that everyone here has made me. I'm going to try to take it back into the real world. And not everyone in the real world is going to be as amazing and accepting as the people at CTY, but the fact that there are those people makes us all able to go back into the real world as better people. So I'd like to thank everyone for what CTY has done for me, and I'm sure it's done great things for all of you as well. So I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit.
Richard Kim. Richard Kim. No? Okay. Then Anna.
Hi everyone. I'm Anna Donahue, and this is my 5th year of CTY if you count baby CTY. I'm also a site hopper. I'll say that up front. Most of the time, it's been fun to get exposure to different campus environments. My first year of real CTY, I went to Carlisle. There, I was introduced to the rich culture of site life. I saw the Emperor and the Empress, and people running around like maniacs with skins. All this was fine, but I didn't understand or appreciate it. That year was mostly just about the friends I made, not really the class that was stressful. Last year, I attended the Mothership, or so I called it. That was Johns Hopkins. I thought it was important because of its name, but it was lacking in canon songs and free time. People there were fantastic, and I loved my class. But overall, I left with the feeling of missing something. Finally, I came here to F&M. I think that this is the true Mothership, beating heart of CTY. You come here and truly feel part of a community that has a history. For the first time, I looked at the real CTY website. I attended Glow. I learned new canon songs and dances, and met old friends. Shout out to Lydia, my roommate, my first year of baby CTY. This place feels like home away from home. It's, I think, the best place to close out my CTY experience. Oh, last big hurrah. But I feel like it's also the worst place to attend only once. That's the thing about site hopping. You never get to form a connection with any one site, and it's rare to run into any familiar faces. I've kind of only started regretting that now. To all the squirrels, blind or otherwise, who are here right now, be sure to come back if you can. This shouldn't have to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but for me it is. Leaving CTY is so sweet, but I'm going to remember the sweet parts. So sweet they're sour. I've made so many friends here, and y'all, I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit.
Richard Kim, you here? No? Right.
Richard Kim.
Alright, then it's Kaye. Kaye! Woo!
So, yeah, if you haven't noticed, I'm Taye. And CTY has been a staple of my summers for as long as I can remember. When I first came to Lancaster, having done 4 years of baby, I was pretty sure that I knew what I was doing because I was familiar with my classes work and how to do that. But I was truly wrong because I wasn't prepared for the community, the people, and the kindness that Lancaster had to offer. I'm a pretty outgoing person, so I took the opportunity to meet a lot of people. From all these people, I've heard many stories, so I'm going to tell a quick one today. Between the ages of 8 and 13, I did not wear girls' shorts. I didn't wear jean shorts. I didn't wear tight clothing. Everything I wore was baggy, not because I struggled with my identity, but because I was not confident in my appearance. I was always scared of being judged for being what I thought was fat. When I came here, my friends encouraged me to wear jean shorts, to step out confidently, and I realized that when I did that, no one had anything negative to say. Here I am, a year later, feeling much more confident in myself. I'm not going to say that I haven't felt bad about my appearance since last year's summer, but I've learned to take risks and to believe in myself and to not be afraid of judgment. And I think that's why Lancaster and the community here are so important to me. So before I go, I want to say a bunch of thank yous because I wouldn't be here without everyone else. Thank you to my parents, to my older brother who also went to CTY, to all my teachers and TAs, to the Never Mores and No Mores who have encouraged and helped me participate in No More Never More traditions, and my classes for getting me addicted to fobbing and John Ho study halls, to my RAs for adding extra illegal sleepovers and telling me about their guy lives, to my halls for being addicted to mac and cheese and carrots, to the chem halls for letting me track their table and meals every day. Woo! To the basement halls, both years, for being the bomb when I was overwhelmed or alone. To the soccer team squad for letting me call some of you ugly. I love you, Jake and Leslie. If you're not here, I don't think. To the people that have been my best friends here, including but not limited to Jake, Rashawn, Katie, Erica, Lois, and Jasmine. To all the people I've called moms, especially Jordan, for teaching me traditions when I didn't know what was going on. To my 2 sets of parents, Jackie and Piers last year, and Jazz and Dan who came along with that this year. My wifeys, Megan and Jasmine, for marrying a complete weirdo. To Emily Goff, who for staying with me when I was crying in the bathroom about confidence issues during the last year. And to Catalina, my roommate last year, for talking with me every evening and introducing me to people and being my mom and sister and friend. And thank you, CTY. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY and I love the Passionfruit.
Hi, I'm Lois, Louie, anything in between. Some people call me Boob. Thanks, Judy. And I just want to thank you all for the best 3 weeks. Thanks for laughing so hard my stomach hurt. Thanks for some of the best memories. Thanks for some of the greatest people out there. Thanks for hanging out with me at sleepovers, drinking too much SKL, eating too much eating at the grocery. Thanks for laughing my dumb your mom jokes. And letting me be weird after knowing you for like 2 days. And a special shout out to my tolerating my sleepy, grumpy groans at 8 a.m. Thanks to my hall, Sloth, Abu, mature 12-year-old, and Diane. Nothing really special there. Wait, she got a 7 on the right purity test. That's an accomplishment. I just know what makes me love CTY so much. The super open people, the memories, the Cuban quesadillas, lovely Schneider with a door that warns us of asbestos, and super cool AC. It's all of them. Well, maybe except Schneider. CTY is a great place to be yourself and live your life. So, here I am, never mooring out. A great disappointment to my squirrel mom, Jordan. Shout out to my hall and my class last year, especially James and where's Katie? I don't know if she's here. And the basement of North Bend and Logic B. Thanks for making my squirrel your grade. And this year, history is pretty cool, even though Dr. Ted wasn't there. Shout out to all my friends, everyone, anyone. I love you all. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY and I love the Passionfruit.
Love you. Matthew Lee.
Hi. My name is Matthew Lee. And
Actually, you know what? I'll stay. Sorry.
And this year I was in charge of wearing the lanyard stack. So this year at CTY,
Speak up.
Okay. The first 3 years here at Lancaster, I didn't talk to many people. I mostly just talked to people I already knew or people in my class or hall. As the years went on, however, I slowly started to be more social. For example, I had always loved dancing, but was really shy to dance in front of so many people. Last year, I realized it wasn't so bad, so this year I just danced like crazy. This year I also talked to so many new people, and what do you know, it wasn't that bad. I think CTY has definitely helped me become less shy and more willing to meet new people and just strike up random conversations. Sometimes when I'm waiting in line to food, people just start asking me about the language. It's caused me to talk to more people. Even when I wasn't. Now comes the part of handing the lanyard stack down and memory recollection. The lanyard stack is supposed to represent all of the memories collected over the years. Whether it's memories of the dance, memories of Foursquare, or just memories of you and your friends hanging out and being goofy. All the memories that every single CTYer has had will be collected forever in these lanyards. The person holding the lanyard stack will continue to collect and have great memories. With the help of Jonah, one of my best friends this year, I chose Sarah because she has a lanyard stack. I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY and I love you.
Edith Schoen.
I am Edith, and as I have recently found out over this session, the girl with the boy, and as my friends have found out, if you just say gay at an adequate volume, I will turn around. I guess I'll just jump in. I like CTY because in my squirrel year, CTY, or should I say, the people in it, rescued me from a really bad thing. They told me I was lucky, and I made better friends in 3 weeks than I had in 3 years. At CTY, I could dye my hair every day, Survive until CTY. All you have to do is survive. I guess this is just to say that I did it. I survived. And every day when I went back to my room and I didn't wake suddenly, when I went away from a dance to get a drink of water and I could come back without it all dissolving in a daydream, I could say that I survived. And the little things that carried over from last year, the people, the language, the flow, they held me in place even though this year was so wonderful. They're to say I find to be more true than ever. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I guess I'm going into a pretty big change going forward. But I can't wait to see how things stay the same with all of you. Look for the little things, say what you need to say, and survive with me. I love you, I CTY you, thank you. And I'm allergic to SKL, but I'll take a tiny donut.
There are other
drinks.
There's pomegranate lemonade.
Justin! Annie, get me one!
Wait, give your speaker. What? Speaker. For later. If you don't have it, you don't need it.
Alright, hi guys.
Hey Justin. What up, Justin?
This is my 6th year at CTY, 2 at Mount Holyoke, Southwest Massachusetts, and 4th at Lancaster. And I'm one of those people who wrote their speech last night at 1 in the morning. First thing I did was to search up non-awkward speech openings on Google, and I still ended up with one. 15 years old, I'm never more out this year, that stinks. But, you know, I love everyone. I can't do the 5th year without you guys. Like, I just love you too much. I came as a 10-year-old during 2011 as someone who tried to learn the lyrics to American Pie but never got them. And now I know too many words to all the canon songs. Because dances, they're just incredible. They're like, I won't get them back. And just knowing the Macarena was essential for life. Do things that, you know, would get you out of your comfort zone. I went to a weekend breakfast. I've never done that before. I participated in AI, which I've also never done before. I've showered twice in South Bend, even though I live in Weiss. The water pressure was amazing. I did karaoke, and I sang I'll Make a Man Out of You to Fitness Boot Camp. That was pretty cool. I love doing stuff together with a group of people, you know? Like that was also one of the highlights of being at CTY as a whole, you know? Cheering people on when a person in your hall is having a fry eating competition. Or, you know, going crazy at a dance because of a Rick roll. Or getting sick with everyone else on campus because of the Schneeds. Thanks for everyone who is staying here, not for after one breakfast or whatever, 2 breakfast shuttles, but you know, it means a lot to me that you guys are still here. Thanks to the position holders, organizers, making everyone who made these sessions the best 3 weeks of my life. I hope there's a part of me where the Imperial battleship will halt the flow of time.
Yes, Justin.
But I realize I have to move on, and even I'll rewatch Star Trek, and I'll rewatch my CTY memories over and over again. But I know it's time, and I'm willing to accept that. I'm Justin Louie. This is the best 3 weeks of my life. I love you. I like you. I love you. I CTY you.
Alright, Sam.
song?
So, hello. I'm not usually good at speaking in front of a crowd of people, but it's CTY, so heck, let's do it. Hey, I'm Goldfish. I've been to CTY for 3 years, first at Carlisle, then Easton, and finally Lancaster. The first year I was eligible to go. I didn't because when I heard I couldn't take a class over the summer instead of sleep all day, the idea just seemed so absurd. Like, why would somebody choose to take a class during the summer break instead of doing nothing? Now, don't get me wrong. I love to learn, but for me, CTY is so much more than that. CTY is about the amazing community. It's about being able to say sensible nonsense with hundreds of other people. Gosh, I love the cows. It's about having to hold onto a spoon 24/7. It's about going around putting duct tape on your friends to show that you love them. And everyone dancing to American Pie at the end of every dance. The community at CTY is truly amazing. When my friends who have never been to CTY ask me what it's like, I say, it's a place where you can start singing and everyone will join in no matter what song it is, especially if it's the Pokemon theme song. It is a place where you can talk to anyone and after 15 minutes, you can be best friends. It is a place where you can try new things without any fear of being judged. You can do anything stupid and awesome or original in the middle of any circle at the dance, and people will still cheer you on because that's just how supportive the community is. I'm really going to miss all the traditions here, and all the traditions from all the places I've been to. From running in giant circles, holding hands to complete strangers, to forming huge conga lines going under a linear tunnel, also with strangers. To screaming sex, die, and orgy at the top of my lungs, also with complete strangers. These memories will last a lifetime. After today, this will be the end of this chapter of my life, and a chapter that will not fade as I continue my story. Even though I am no more, and I'll miss everything crazy, weird, funny, and amazing that happened here, CTY will forevermore be in my heart. I love you. I mean, I like you. I love you. I CTY you. I like CTY, and I love the Passionfruit.
Hey guys, so we're kind of out of people.
So if anyone else wants to speak who didn't sign up, now's your time to do so. So or Nevermore, and you didn't sign up, you can speak now.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
So I didn't write a speech because I didn't sign up because I don't like to sign up for things. But to everyone who I've been friends with over the years, I want you all to know that I'm never going to give you up.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm going to let you down. I'm never going to run around and desert you. And then I know all the lyrics to this song. And then I will say them all. But no, I won't. So with that, I like you, I love you, I CTY you, I love CTY, and I love the Passionfruit. Macarena and cheese! Irene! Come on, Irene!
Wait, Emma!
Oh, guys!
Reason to get up here and get a donut. Anyway, so this session, I've been here at CTY for 3 years, and this year I'm going to Nevermore out, and I'm so sad that I can't come back, but I haven't been feeling sad, and that doesn't make any sense, does it? Anyway, I just haven't been able to cry all session. The only time I have cried all session yet is because I was in the salad line, and one of the RAs took the last of the tomatoes, and I cried for 20 minutes. And that is the only time I have cried all session. And I just feel empty right now. And I don't know what I'm going to do without CTY. But I am ready to let go of all of the weird memories I have here. I mean, I have so many just things and memories that I share with people. Last year, my class descended into a communist regime. I was one of the leaders of the communist regime.
Wow.
And this year, I stood in front of all 598 of you, and I did the Macarena for like 5 minutes. And I don't even know what the point of this is. I just love you all so much.
I like you, I love you, I CTY you. I love CTY, and I love the passion fruit.
Peter.
Peter!
Come on, my Peter. Yes, Peter.
Alright, I didn't know I was going to talk until today. Thanks, Drew. You're welcome. I don't know, I'm not a huge public speaker. I like to talk to people, but this isn't really talking, this is talking at people. It's kind of weird. I don't know, I love CTY. It's nice. CTY looks pretty basic. Almost everyone said that. Like, it is. It's not about like what you do here, it's about the people. I could even be in Schneider and I'd have fun with y'all. Like, it's just good. Y'all are just good. I'm gonna miss y'all. I'm jealous of people here who live near each other. Because I've always been far away from everyone when I go back. But I feel like that doesn't really matter, you know? It's about the people when you're there. It's about being in the moment when you're here. And when it's done, it's done. But it was good up to then, so it's good, you know? You're gonna be sad, I'm gonna be sad, but I'm gonna remember having really awkward sleepovers last year. I don't really know. That was good. Massage trains first year.
Oh, yes.
10 out of 10. Probably not a dirty point, don't really know. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. I like you. I love you. I love you. Bye. Bye.
Yes, Sam.
Oliver.
Anyone else who wants to speak?
You got one more. Hey everyone.
Wait, Oliver,
My name's
let's
Sam.
start the...
Pretty sure just about everyone up here has said how much they love CTY, how much they're gonna miss it. And it got me thinking, like, what is CTY, right? CTY is not the ground we're standing on. CTY is not buildings we live in. CTY is not Lancaster or any other site or anything like that. I'll tell you what CTY is. This is CTY. And as cliche as it sounds, like, the people are CTY. I'm CTY, we're CTY, you are CTY. So, you can't leave CTY. Remember that. You are CTY. You love CTY, you love yourself, you love everyone. Don't think of this as like you can never leave CTY. Okay? You are CTY. I love CTY. I like you, I love you. CTY you. Love CTY, I love you guys.
Anyone else who wants to
Quick
speak?
shout out to the Nevermores and No Mores who couldn't be there this morning because they had to leave early.
Also, if anyone hasn't heard yet, all photos and videos will be posted on a Facebook account called Iris Documentator. Friend it.
My name is Savannah, and this is my first and my last year at CTY. I didn't sign up because I was a squirrel and I didn't really know anything. So what CTY means to me is it's like a place where you can pass down cloaks and it just immediately becomes a tradition. It's a place where like you start random chants and you say sex and you say orgy and people just go with it. It's a place where if you say grass orgy or raving, anyone outside this camp will be orgy. So what CTY meant to me is it kind of brought out a new side of me. I know this sounds really cliche, but it's a place that if you go anywhere else, you kind of sound a little bit crazy, but when you're here, you're with everyone you love and everyone loves you and everyone embraces every single part of you. I came in being kind of nervous because I didn't really know anyone, and especially everyone who is my age already knew each other. But almost immediately, the moment I walked in, someone was like, hey, do you want to play cards with us? Do you want to sit next to us? What's your name? that just made me feel so good. I've moved a lot in my life, and I haven't really been anywhere, like, really long. Like, I've been to every school about, like, 2 years before I started to move again. I've only been here for 3 weeks, and yet I feel so connected with every single person here. I'm gonna miss it so, so much, and I'm gonna remember this experience forever. These 3 weeks were one of the most amazing 3 weeks of my entire life. I like CTY. I love CTY. I like CTYU. I love CTYU. I like
CTY and I love Passionfruit.
And I love Passionfruit.
Is there anyone else who hasn't talked?
And would like to.
Right, end of the tour.
Wait, end of the tour.
That it's all over now, it's over, it's over, it's over, now it's over.
You never do that, you never do
If there's anyone around, it's if you're still around, then we'll meet at the end of the tour. The engagements are both to the end of the world, so we'll meet at the end of the tour. Never depart since the day we met. I'm on Interstate 91. I was glad when you were playing when we kissed at the overpass. I was sailing along with the people, driving themselves to distraction inside me. Then came a knock on the door, which was odd, and the picture without me changed. At the end of the tour, when the road disappears, if there's any more people around, then the tour's around. And if you'll stay around, then we'll meet at the end of the tour. The engagements are both to the end of the world, so we'll meet at the end of the tour. This was the vehicle, these were the people. You opened the door and expelled all the people. This was the vehicle, these were the people. You opened the door and expelled all the people. This was the vehicle, these were the people. Still around, and we'll meet at the end of the tour. Engagements are both to the end of the world, so we'll meet at the end of the tour. And we're never gonna tour again. We're never gonna tour again. If there's anyone around, it's hands around. If you're still around, then we'll meet at the end of the tour. The engagements are both to the end of the world, so we'll meet